I will upload this video and I hope that I would be successful. Now this is about the future of the West, the future of the whites, those white people who believe in a white superiority. I'm not talking about the general public. I'm not directing this video to the general public. No, I'm directing this video to those who believe in. To those who have this certain belief that the white are superior to other race. We all have this at the end. Each group, each group. I need to explain this in a proper way. The Africans, Asian, Chinese, they have this belief. There is among them group that have this belief and others that they are superior than others. Yes, yes, yes. But why I'm talking about those who believe in the white superiority among the white race? Because the white nation or the West is behind the destruction that uh, I dealt with, and that destroy things that cannot be fixed. Now this is important for those among this group that believe in white superiority, and with the following condition, that those among them who call themselves Christians. So I'm not talking about a person who absolutely an absolute atheist, because he won't understand this. But it is not gonna be in our lifetime. So if you're living right now, you will not see it. But not this is not the case. We're talking about nations. That I am 38 years right now. 38 years, for example, and you, regardless of your age. This 30 years is nothing comparing at the age of nations. It's nothing. 38 years or 40 or 50 is nothing. We're talking about the age of nations. Sometimes it goes to 1,000 and more. Centuries and thousands, regardless. So that it would have some change. Now, this is important because I'm explaining to you what the final message I have. He didn't talk about the white race. He said something about Sunan al-Kawniyya in his hadith, and you can see some verses of Quran, which means the universal law. Now, that human are involved in their existence in this dunya. Now, this group, among them, those who call themselves Christian. Now, those people are the one who I am directing my video to. Either there is someone listening or not. This is facts. I'm saying to you that the devil, Satan. I understand. Among you who believe that the Satan is their enemy. Among you who believe that Satan talked to Muhammad and this is such rubbish and made him a messenger. Now, this is not my concern. My concern is explaining to you what the devil is planning to do with you. I'm serious. I'm not joking right now. Yes, you can go to the history. You see Columbus. You see the Industrial Revolution here, even in Manchester. The colonization, the France Revolution. You go even to Russia and other part of the world, the Bolshevik Revolution and others, and secularism and liberalism, and you go and say, "What was this guy? What he's saying? You don't know nothing." This is not also my concern. I'm just giving you the calculation, the conclusion of what will happen. Now, why I am adding information, branch of the talk, afro hadith, here and here, explaining here, because I believe that there will be a judgment day, and I don't want my words to be used against anyone and cause unjust, because I will be asked, if you are a kafir, you will not understand what I'm trying to say, because you are kafir of the truth, disbeliever of the truth, disbeliever of Islam. Now, the devil, just before I go to the devil, I have problems with other groups in other nations also beyond your imagination. If we go to the so-called Iran state, if we go, no, Israel, so-called Israeli state is you're absolutely directly behind it. Africa, there is Africans who caused a lot of pain, and by the network of reason to my case. And I'm a normal person, humble person, like many others. I'm just explaining to you a point, and I need to add things about myself. And the so-called Hindus and the so-called Buddhists, they are behind, and that's not. Especially, I can go within this decade, just the last 10 years, and I can show you how they are affecting my life. And others, of course, but I'm just explaining to you. Now, I'm not talking about the normal general public. Today, I was walking with my wonderful, lovely British gentleman who is old, who 35 years older than me. Of course, the man he's a nice guy. He have these problems, and he want to live alone. Yes, but he's a nice, wonderful person, and the only thing he knows about me that I am from Iraq. He do not know nothing about my case, and I want to keep it this way. I'm just someone from Iraq, and I have a problem with the home office, whatever, and I am. We were walking, and we saw this family, this mother, and she had her young daughter, 3 years old, and young boy, 6 years old, and they were standing in a very innocent, wonderful way, waiting for someone. They were walking, and then they stopped, and all of a sudden, this child starts saying, the son and the daughter, "Oh, Dad is coming, Dad!" And I saw their father from a distance. Just I was looking, where are they shouting? And I was with my friend anyway, and that's him, the father. He looked like a very nice, humble person. Was smiling and coming very fast in his walk. He came near them, and then he moved. He walked. This family were in a neighbor. This neighbor is not a rich neighbor. It's a middle. What do you call it? Middle level. Uh, Forget how you say it in English. Middle. Middle class. شكرا. Middle class. Middle class society family, and it's obvious that those people have absolutely nothing. I mean, 1 out of 10 billion responsibility of what I faced. Yes. 1 out of what? 10 billion, because their opinions, their views have something to do with it. I'm not the center of the world. If I was, listen to me, I'm gonna give you also, I need to add this. If I had a good relationship with the father, and I start smoking, I'm a smoker, and he invited me, invited me inside the house, let's say, and I asked him to smoke, and he said, "Okay, fine, you're fine, you can smoke inside." Some unfortunately do this. If I am smoking and the children are what? Smelling my cigarette, then I will be having responsibility of any type of sequences. Either putting my me as an image, as a friend to their father, smoking, making cigarette more accepted for them, so that which will affect their choices when they grow up, because they admire their father and respect his friend, whatever, blah 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 blah. So then I will have a relation. I will be the responsibility is 2 out of 100 of certain things that will happen to them. This is how it is at the Judgment Day. People have a problem with understanding how is our existence here. If I smoke, and they never smoked, but the blood, their body, their innocent angel children smelled it, and it affects their body and the way their mind is. What is the word? raised. I have 1 out of million responsibility of the cells, the brain cells that was lost when they were at the age of 4, 5, or 6. You understand my point? Let's continue. Again, I might have a problem with other groups, even groups in the Ismailian territory, in the Arabian Peninsula, that they are in such aspects worse than many of you. But who's behind empowering dark there? Of course, you know the answer. Many dark groups, starting with your group. Now, the devil Satan, when when he used someone, I'm serious here. This is not my talk. This is from God. The devil says that he hate Muhammad, the final messenger, and he hate the messengers, but he hate Muhammad the worst. He talked to the son of Virgin Mary, and the son of Virgin Mary, the Messiah, peace be upon him and peace be upon his mother, explained a lot, him and other messengers. Muhammad, peace be upon him, explained a lot about Satan, and Satan told Muhammad that he is the most hated creature that he ever known. The devil Satan said it to him. Of course, infidels will not understand this. So he said to Muhammad, I hate you the most. I'm talking about Muhammad, peace be upon him. Does this mean that he do not respect Muhammad? No. No. This is not the case. This is hateful feeling. And the devil never used Satan. The devil never used the devil and Satan never used Muhammad, peace be upon him. But he's using the West, and for a long time, like other groups. But your group, since the previous period and the nation's age and the human within the divine plan, human human time on this planet. You can go to centuries, and almost you can go and jump to 1,000. He really used you a lot, mainly last centuries. The white talking. And yes, right now you can see that there is some factors that will make any not knowledgeable among you to believe that they have the right to express that the white are superior to other. Well, as a nation, this is a dialogue, but I'm talking about this certain group, because among them, naive. I'm sure that they wouldn't even spend the time to listen to what I'm saying. It might seem that it's rubbish, but it's the truth. Satan, when he used a group or a human being, a human individual or a human group or a nation, he hates all human. This is finished. This point is finished. But once he used a nation or a human being or individual, don't you ever think that by this he will respect them more or become less hating, having this hate against them? I hate you or something like this. You understand? No. The hate itself is gonna remain the same, but there will be no whatsoever type of respect or other. But there will be something was now the word, the term respect is not in its place. Now let's ignore it. Do you know the feeling of being disgusted from someone? You might, I mean, disgusted. It's different. You can be disgusted from me. I can be disgusted, but there is certain type of this. Its level of disgusting, being disgusted from something or from someone. This is what I'm trying to say. he become more disgusted from those who serve his agenda, and the level and the portions of the disgusting feeling from him, the devil, Satan, toward them goes up and down based on how they how much they provide to him, how much they serve him. Among you, those who do not believe, I'm talking about those who believe that Satan do exist, because among the West, for example, in the nation, and others who do not believe that Satan exists. And I'm talking about those who think that Satan is their enemy and they are defeating Satan by the cross or whatever. You are in that category. So, if he is disgusted from someone, the result will not show itself uh, in an obvious way. No, 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 no. So that it will be collected by naive ones. No, 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 no. Naive ones will start sensing it at the end, when he finish using them. Now you should thank me here in the West. But it's not gonna happen here. The West and the white race will be the most, listen to this carefully, your race will be the most humiliated race on planet Earth. I don't know when will this happen, but it's gonna happen. I'm not gonna talk about those who insist calling themselves Jews. With great respect, of course, to those who call themselves anti-Zionist Jews. But those who call themselves Jews among you, the white, oh, they are different. Because they are doing their best to take themselves to another group. And their case is worse than your case in mean of elimination at the end. And how it's gonna be. Look at what the role they are doing in the Middle East, and you can look at my case. I mean, alhamdulillah, shukr Allahumma hayzun bil alameen. I'm not gonna add anything more so that the video wouldn't be deleted. This will show itself with time. Once some will argue, I understand. The West, or the white race, is making the interest of power on this dunya existence. Dunya, find someone to interpret it. The interest is the stocks of interest is moving to dark, in the favor of darkness, is not in the favor of light. And once it's in the favor of light, then it will be in the favor of human. This needs a lot of explanation. Satan is taking advantage, using, and he's served right now. And look, for example, at Al-Qudus, the city called Al-Qudus, the city called Jerusalem. In Arabic, it's Al-Qudus. Qudus is a word between two meanings: sacred and glorified. Qudsiyya, Muqaddas. So it's between these two interpretation: sacred and glorified. Al-Qudus, the city called Jerusalem, is all what you need to do is to study what happened with the needed information and knowledge. Study what happened just within the last 2 centuries, and you will understand what I'm trying to say. You go and you look at the so-called Iran state, Persia, Baluchistan, Ahazistan, Kurdistan. The Persian occupying Baluchistan and Ahazistan, Kurdistan, and why the Gulf is named the Persian Gulf, why Persia is surrounding Tehran and got nothing to do with this Gulf, but they insist calling it Persian. Now this is those who call themselves Shiite, and look what happened through the last 2 centuries. The devil is achieving something, and guess what? There is a lot of groups working, and guess what? The biggest dark group is your group. If you have a child, a daughter or a son, yes, there will be problems that's concerning their souls, what will happen to them in the hereafter when after they become adult, the choices that they will make, happiness and sadness, and other things, like any other nations. But when it's come to the further, further coming generation, you cannot do anything about it. The white race will be the most humiliated race on planet Earth. Once he stop once he stop his support in certain arcan corners that the roof is depending on. Once he take everything he want, he will destroy these corners. Do, 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 and then you will fall. But the problem is that you will not fall the same level with the others. No, no, no. As he will enjoy humiliating you. This is how Satan think. He hate human, and those who serve him and work for him, he hate them the most. That's why certain people who are 100% considered magicians must be executed. I don't want to add anything more because I don't want the video to be deleted. Finally, Satan is granted a kingdom of darkness. He is, or let me. People start joking around and saying, "Oh, it's Disney is sitting there and saying, oh, I control you, human." No, we're talking about a divine creature that his body in the confirmed hadith move. And what is the word? Mutamaddid. Mutamaddid means, and he have also a balisa who work for him. Mutamaddid means everything is at the hand of the God. God is the final decision maker indeed. But listen to me. Satan is the biggest figure of darkness concerning what he wants to prove with humans before the creator of existence and the founder of existence and the owner of existence, Allah. And unfortunately, those who talk about Satan do not understand what is Satan. And the case is that because they don't understand the truth, and the truth explains that Muhammad is the final messenger. People who call themselves Christian do not understand what Christianity is all about. Those unfortunately who call themselves Jews, wallahi, I'm not lying. They don't understand what the meaning of Judea. Those who call themselves Israelite, they don't know nothing about the Israelis. I'm talking about when they were favored and why they were favored and why they needed to preach for Islam through the Judean Jewish way. Those who call themselves Hindus have no clue what's Hinduism. I'm serious. Those who call themselves Buddhists have nothing to do with Buddhism. Those who call themselves Shiite are absolutely the enemies of the family Muhammad, that they insist on calling themselves Shiite to them, loyal to them. I put a video to someone. This someone was drunk, and this channel, a Lebanese channel, they approached him in relation to things that I have published. And he said that I'm all about being an Arab. What his kind want. See, these people do not understand anything even about Arabs. Who's behind empowering lies? Satan. What is the biggest group that is serving Satan agenda in the region and the world? White West. What is he gonna do with the West as uh, as a prize, a reward for being? When we talk about the nation, I'm not talking about again individual, lovely. There is Muslim among them. There is priest, as mentioned of Quran, in their house of worship. I'm talking as a nation. How he can reward the nation with the biggest amount of non-believer among them, disbeliever, even if they call themselves Christian, they got nothing to do with them. So he will reward them by making them the far worst humiliated nation on planet Earth. See, I will add this. It's the Chinese. Please don't delete my video. I always say, please don't delete my video. Come on, I mean, because people might be saved from the punishment that they are themselves, causing to themselves by you choosing the wrong path. The Chinese, look at China. How many Chinese do not know that there is a messenger called Muhammad? How many Chinese do not know about Islam? Look at the leaders in China. Now, this is one example. People will argue about this example for certain reason, because China is a little bit powerful. Let's go to certain groups in India. In India, for example, you go to India and you will find a lot of people live in poverty, and there is no right. You can go, for example, in Africa, and you will find a lot of people in certain areas. They don't believe in God, the accurate, perfect way, or maybe they don't believe, and that's it. And they live a terrible life. And Satan is using them for certain things here and there. He can, for example, use someone in Africa for certain goal, groups in Africa for certain goal, but at the same time, the number of women raped there are a lot. The people who are victims of killing, civil wars, being humiliated, poverty, in comparison to the West or other nations, they are facing more brutal life. You understand what I'm trying to say? I'm trying to say something how the devil is working. You go, for example, look at America. In America, people are fine in comparison to some places in Africa, non-Muslim places in Africa. Do you understand me? Now the devil is using both. Seriously, he's using both. India. Do the people in India live a happy life the way the Americans, when it's come to the income, the judicial system, the corruption in the government or whatever? No, of course, in India it's worse. The rape statistic, yes, there is rape, but I'm talking in general. The so-called Hindus, those who call themselves Hindus, are in a worse shape in comparison to those who call themselves Christian in America, for example, or other part of the world. So the devil is behind enhancing a better lifestyle. He is behind it because you gave him. You granted him this. Yes, this is another topic as well. I'm not going to go back to that. You have gave it to the devil. You are doing exactly what he wants. He's using you more, and he's using the others less, and they are living in worse shape than you, and he's offering you better life comparing to them. I'm not have nothing to do with it right now. Nothing. Leave my personal case. This will make him. This is to understand his character. I understand. I understand. A lot will say, "What sort of rubbish and crap you're saying? Irrelevant. I'm gonna upload the video." The devil know. This is how he think. He granted you this. Of course, Allah is the creator of existence. Allah is the founder of existence. Allah who grant him something and people choose. Okay? Human choose. Knowledge is what God wants human to seek. Science and things like that. But look what happened right now. When it's come to that, what's good for humanity. And you can make your judgment by understanding what's happening in the Middle East. Look at the Ishmaelian territory and you'll understand a lot. And I have explained a lot. Satan right now will humiliate those who get benefit from him as a nation, as a king of a nation. Oh, this is another thing. The Qareens that... So, you can expect something worse than what the Indians and their lower classes will face to occur within the white nation, the West. This video is for those who believe in white superiority, especially in concern of, for example, going to Iraq. Most of those who went to Iraq and fought against Saddam Hussein, most of them in the mentality who were driven there are from those, from this group that I'm talking about. Really and not really. Yes and no. But I hope my video is explaining something. I insist. My English is not that perfect. It's fine, but it's not perfect. If you're smarter than me with more knowledge, you understand exactly what I'm trying to say. And I'm saying the truth. Yes, there will be tribulation to humanity, and human unfortunately causing this. Yes, Allah, the God Almighty, is the final decision maker. But we need to understand some universal law. And I mean, even if you do some calculation and analysis to the society and humanity, things like that, you will find out exactly what I'm trying to say. There will be pain. Human will cause pain in China and India, in Africa and other part. But look at what the West is doing for the devil in Middle East within the last 2 centuries. And go to Gulf states. Look at Iran right now. Look at those Jews who call them, those who insist on calling themselves Jews and got nothing to do with the Israeli race, and they will lie a lot just to convince you. Look at the other groups in Middle East that is not Muslims. Look at those who are calling themselves Muslim, but they are enemies of Islam and the Ishmaelian territory. Look, oh my God, I mean,
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, a lot of points. Look at Mr. Trump, the President of the United States of America, and look what he's doing in the White House. This person, Mr. Trump, Donald Trump, is he's a tired man by inside. This is not the case. What did he do in the city called Jerusalem? You cannot see it. Okay, at the end, uh, just it's the hereafter what we should be concerned about. But still, when we have children, there is choices that they need to make and things. This is. I don't care if someone is listening, but it's good points about the devil and how you think.